I am Dr. Vidya Patil, serving as Assistant Professor of English at Government First Grade Women's College, Bidar. I will be guiding and assisting you during this course. In today's video, we will be discussing about another grammar topic which is titled Modal Verbs. You must have heard of parts of speech. Parts of speech are nothing but a set of words which are used in our day-to-day language. So we have nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, interjections, prepositions, and conjunctions. Apart from these 8 sets of words, we also have many other smaller groups of words which help us to frame grammatically correct sentences. Among these groups, one important set of words is the modal verbs. Now, what are modal verbs? How are they different from verbs? How should they be used while writing and speaking? This is what we will be learning in today's video. So let's begin with the video. Modals are also called as modal verbs, modal auxiliary verbs, or modal auxiliaries. These are special verbs which are used in the English language. They are quite different from the normal verbs such as eat, work, play, etc. They give additional information or some extra information about the function of the main verb which follows it. So generally, an auxiliary verb or a modal verb is followed by the main verb. And this auxiliary verb will give us more information about the main verb. These auxiliary verbs or modal verbs play a very important role during communication. They have various kinds of communicative functions which we will now have a look at. Now, here is a list of the different modal verbs which we use. Can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must. Generally, these are the main modal verbs which are used on a regular basis. But along with these, sometimes we also use some words such as dare, ought to, had better, and need not. So, these can also be included as the modal verbs. Modal verbs are used to express various functions, especially during communication. So when we are communicating with someone, there are so many different points of view which we need to express, and modal verbs help us in this. For example, we can see that they denote permission, ability, obligation, prohibition, lack of necessity, advice, possibility, probability. So many different points of view can be expressed using the modal verbs. Let us now try to find out how modal verbs are different from the normal verbs. Modal verbs have certain basic characteristics. Firstly, modal verbs never have any other form. So they do not change their form like the normal verbs. Normal verbs have different forms in present tense, past tense, in the participle form. So they keep changing their forms. But the modal verb does not change its form and does not have a past tense form to it, does not have a present participle form to it, and nor does it have a third person singular form to it. Secondly, we find that modal verbs have an inverted structure. That is, the modal verb usually comes before the subject, whereas the normal verb comes after the subject. So, we find that in a normal sentence, he is going. So, after the main verb going comes after the subject. But when we are using a modal verb, it will always precede the subject. Third important characteristic is that the negative form of the modal verb is generally formed by adding either nt or not. So, for example, The negative form of must will be must, n apostrophe t, mustn't, or must not. So, in this way, we can form the negative form of the verb. Let us now see how the modal verbs can and could are used. Can is used to express ability. So, I can speak 4 languages. So, at present, I can speak. So, I am expressing my ability to speak 4 languages. And so, it is a modal verb. Next, it expresses possibility. Alcohol can cause cancer. So here we find that the use of modal verbs can be done when we want to show that it may be probable because of this. Permission. It is used when we need to ask for permission. For example, when we are informally asking permission, we can say, "Can I use your book, please?" We can also use the modal verb for making a request. Again, this may be informal in nature. And when you ask your friend, "Can you make me some coffee?" Then it is a request. Can, the modal verb, is also used to offer help. Can I help you? And it can also be used to show that something is not allowed. When you're using the negative form of can, that is cannot or can't, then you use it to say that you're not granted permission for or not allowed something. For example, you cannot smoke here or you can't smoke here. Let us now look at how the modal verb could is used. Now, just like can, could is also used for the same situations, but here the nature is changed little bit. Again, we use could for showing ability, but here it is in the past tense. So, when we say he could play football when he was a kid, that means maybe now he doesn't know, but when he was a kid, he could play football. Similarly, to show a possibility in the past, we can use could. So a lot of crime could be prevented. Again, when we are asking for permission, but in a more polite way. We saw that you can use can to ask permission, but that is an informal way. So you can use it when you're talking to your friends and relatives. But when you're talking to someone superior to you or elder to you, then it is better if you use the word could. So could I take your book, please? So this is a more polite way of asking. It is also used for showing respect, again in a polite manner. So when you say that you are requesting something, we use can for informal occasions and could for the polite occasion. Could you lend me your book? Also, we use could for showing suggestions. I could help you with English. So can is used for offering help, whereas could is only suggesting something. And can is also conditional. If you called me, I could find you some suggestions. So it shows a sense of condition. Students, let us now see how we have to use can, could, and able to in different occasions or in different situations. Now, all these 3 modal verbs, can, could, and able to, show a sense of ability. But we use can when we are talking in the present tense, we use could when we are talking in the past tense, and we use able to when we are talking in any other tense. For example, we say that when I say my husband can make very good spaghetti, this means I am talking in the present tense. I could ride a bike when I was 6. This shows that in the past I could ride a bike. So I use could. And when I use able to, I am sorry, I won't be able to go to your party. So this is something in the future. So I'm sure you have now got an idea about how you have to use different modal verbs which are meant for the same purpose. So can is used in the present tense, could is used in the past tense, and able to is used for any other tense. Students, let us now look at another group of modal verbs which is may and might. Now, may shows a sense of possibility. Now, both actually may and might show a sense of possibility. It might rain later, so let's take an umbrella. I may watch a movie tonight. So there is nothing certain. It may rain or it may not rain. I may watch a movie or I may not watch a movie. So both show a sense of possibility. They are also used, may is generally used to give a permission. So might cannot be used for this. Only the modal verb may is used when you need to give permission to someone. So you may have another cookie if you like. You may open the window if you want. So when you are allowing or permitting someone to do something, you can use the modal verb may. Now, when you are asking for permission, again you use only may. Here you cannot use might. So you can say, may I borrow your pen, please? May I have some water, please? So whenever you are asking for something, use the modal verb may. Again, when you are expressing a wish, you can only use may, not might. For example, may you both live a long and happy life. May the new year bring happiness into your life. So the word may is used to express wish. The modal verb may is also used in certain situations, such as these tablets may produce side effects. Kids may be scared by these images. So again, it is actually showing a sense of possibility. Also, when you're speculating about some past actions or something which has happened in the past, she is late. She may have missed her plane. So you don't know but whether she has missed or not, but you are trying to speculate whether she has missed it. Then you use may. Your comment may have offended them. So again, it's a possibility in the past or speculating about something which has happened in the past. Now, where should we use may and where to use might? Both may and might can usually be interchanged and it does not really make much of a difference in meaning. However, when we use might, it often means that there is a smaller chance of it happening, especially when you're talking about a possibility. When I say it may rain, there is a 70% chance that it will surely rain. So there is a greater possibility. But when I say it might rain, then there is only a 40% chance and there is a lesser probability. So when there is a less chances of it happening, you can use might. And when there is a greater possibility of it happening, you should use may. Similarly, whenever you are expressing any wish or giving permission, you can only use may. Here, you cannot use might. Now, the negative form of may, that is may not, can also be used, but it means that we are prohibiting someone from doing something or not giving permission to someone. For example, you may not take photos inside the museum. This means that you are not allowed to take the photos. So when you are not giving permission to someone, you can always use the negative form of the modal verb may, that is may not. Students, we have seen how use of these modal verbs can help us to communicate in a better way. In today's video, we have discussed about what are modal verbs and we have found out how to use the modal verbs can, could and able to. We have also seen how to use the modal verbs may and mind. In the next video, we will try to find out about some more such modal verbs and how they need to be used. I hope you liked this video.